Okay, a lot of you guys asked me to comment on this Mark Revero video where he talks about fake meat and he hooks up with Bill Gates. So we're going to get into that. It's going to take a little while, so we might have to do it in two parts. But first, before we do into that, we got some important business. Let's get a little... Okay, I give that one about a 7 on a squeak satisfaction scale. Let me guys know what you think, okay? All right, Mark Revero. I guess that's how you say his name. I've never heard of the guy before. Apparently, he's a big kind of YouTube guy. He's got 10 million subscribers, influences a lot of kids, does a lot of sciencey stuff. I guess he's like worked for NASA as an engineer, and now he's delving into the save the environment, eat plant bullshit narrative. Clearly, we'll get into this as the video goes on. Clearly, he got all his information from watching What the Health, Game Changers, Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy. I mean, this is clear plant-based propaganda. And the worst thing is, and this is the deal, you guys that sort of say, well, why do vegans make their food look like meat if they don't like meat? The marketing, the sales of this fake meat, the Beyond Meat, the Impossible Burger, and all the other, pseudo meat processed stuff is designed and targeted at meat eaters. 96% of their customers are meat eaters that are stupid, basically stupid meat eaters that don't know any better. This is what it's for. This is where the market is. They don't care about the vegans. Vegans will never be a big part of any market. They are targeting you guys. And what they're doing, and the vegans are not very good representatives for. They don't want those guys because vegans are considered wacko nut jobs. So they get somebody who's kind of more moderate, kind of mainstream. I'll get a meat eater that says, I'm just going to cut back on my meat 50%. And I want you to do that too. This is the plan. This is what they want you to do. Cut back on the meat, buy our fake slop. All right, that is the strategy, and they pay off influencers. Bill Gates apparently funded this guy. Is Bill Gates invested in fake meat? Hell yes, he is. Okay. Does Bill Gates want to continue to see profitability in this type of food? Does Silicon Valley want to see profitability in the cheap chemical slop? Of course they do. Of course they do. There's $5.7 trillion in investment capital trying to create this supposedly $100 billion alternate protein market. So we see this as just marketing, propaganda. Okay, so to address some of the points, so he has three things. One, does it taste as good as meat? Is it healthy? And is it going to save the environment? So he has three sort of basic tenets as he goes through his video. And I'll you guys can watch the video. I'm not going to play it here. Maybe a copyright thing. I don't know. So the first sort of thing is he talks about, does it taste good? And I mean, you can't really debunk that. Taste is highly individual. It's highly personal. Some people will say it sort of tastes like meat. Some people say they think it tastes just as good. Can't tell the difference. Of course, they sort of cherry pick people that seem to like it. That, like it's some kids that like it. I've seen plenty of reaction videos where people think it does not taste like meat. It's disgusting. I personally have not eaten that stuff. I have no desire to taste it, try it. I know what's in it. I've already passed that IQ test. The people that are sort of eating this stuff, believing it's good for them, have failed the IQ test. Okay, so the taste thing is, as I said, is highly individual. No one's gonna be able to say to one person what you believe or not based on taste. I mean, it's kind of like ethics. Your ethics are what your ethics are. That's up to you. The deal is you don't push your ethics on other people. Okay. But then we go into, is it healthier? Okay. So he tries to go to the Impossible Burger and Beyond Meat factories. And, he sits there and says, well, what are the ingredients in there? No, they're all healthy and nice. And only a few ingredients. We can mix it up together in a little bowl. I mean, this is what the video shows. He's in there making his own Impossible Burger. We only got 3 or 4 bowls, 5 bowls of stuff. We just mix it together. Well, that's very, very disingenuous. And they kind of gloss over, like, oh, this is our binding agents. They gloss over the fact of all the artificial stuff that's in there. And this is the list of ingredients in the Beyond Meat burger. Again, highly inflammatory seed oil, protein isolate, complete manufactured crap ingredients, and then a bunch of artificial flavorings and colorings and all that stuff. Same thing with the Impossible Burger, oil, protein isolate. Okay, it's not healthier. There's no long-term testing on this stuff. No one's ever done a 20-year test on Beyond Meat burger. But then the assumption is that somehow beef is bad for us. And again, where does that data come from? Mostly it's vegan propaganda, Walter Willett bullshit epidemiology propaganda. When we look at, does red meat cause disease? And despite what you may have heard, the largest, most vigorous test ever done on red meat ever was just done recently by Nutrirex. So 14 international panel of scientists that actually used a criteria to grade the evidence. And I know this upsets vegans, and it upsets little, pencil neck Neil Bernard, who tries to sue through the FTC to have this study retracted. When you actually use strong criteria to look at whether does red meat cause disease, the answer is no, it does not. There's only weak evidence. And who was one of the people on the Nutrirex panel? It was a guy named Gordon Guyatt. Gordon Guyatt, for you guys that like evidence, for you guys that like evidence-based medicine, Gordon Guyatt invented evidence-based medicine. He is a guy who made that term in 1991. He has been studying evidence for 30 plus years. He is the world's leading authority on evaluating evidence, and he's on the panel that says red meat is not bad for you. There is no reason to cut back. This is the end of the story, okay, as far as what we know based on the current evidence. And we will never get stronger evidence, okay, folks? What we are seeing is people on a carnivore diet like me that eat 20 times the amount of meat of everybody else, red meat, are staying lean, healthy, not having disease, just seeing all their disease reversed. Check out meatrx.com for hundreds and hundreds of stores. Yes, we have a study coming out with Harvard and Boston Children's. It'll be coming out in a couple weeks, and so we'll have more evidence. So no, Beyond Meat burger, chemical slop, more processed food is not healthier than a food human beings have been eating for 3 million years. It's not healthier than food that almost every animal on the planet, every carnivorous animal on the planet has been eating for hundreds of millions of years and not gotten diseases from it, okay? Think about that. Every animal that eats meat does not get chronic disease. Humans have been eating meat for 3 million years in large quantities, and it doesn't cause disease in humans. It's all garbage, right? This is standard American diet, a little bit of meat and a bunch of junk food, and we're going to blame it on the meat. This is a convenient target. Remember this alternate protein universe where they want to do this, okay? The environmental stuff I'll get to tomorrow. There's a lot of debunking we've got to do in there, and again, this is based on the stupid, it's not quite cowspiracy, but it's similar with that. So this Mark Revero, as a scientist, you need to look at the data. You need to critically look at the data and not just like a fish listen to this vegan propaganda. And I know Bill Gates would really like us to go plant-based because he thinks it's going to save the world. He is not a climate scientist. He clearly is not a health authority. Just look at the guy. I mean, I'm not to pick on him, but he's not taking his own personal health seriously. Mark Revero is not a health authority. Okay, you may know stuff about physics or engineering, but you're not a health authority, and so you're just promulgating more vegan propaganda. You are a useful idiot, and I mean that in the nicest terms. But that's what you're being used for. I don't know what they're paying you, but to put forward the garbage, the propaganda you've put forward, is unfortunately going to harm thousands, maybe millions of people. I don't know what your reach is like, but this is a very sad commentary. You know, to suggest that this plant-based alternative is healthier than meat, I mean, B12, zinc, iron, numerous fat-soluble vitamins, creatine, carnosine, taurine, carnosine. All of these compounds found in meat have incredibly beneficial benefits to human physiology, to human health. It's not in your Beyond Meat slop. It's not in the Impossible Burger. You know, a slurry of, seed oil or, plant oil mixed in with some pea protein or soy protein isolate, soy leg hemoglobin, one of the things, the heme that they talk about, never ever been tested in humans in the long term. We have no idea. Rat studies on the Impossible Burger showed a lot of the rats got sick eating their product, swept under the rug. A lot of their ingredients were not FDA even approved, swept under the rug. This is quite frankly terrifying stuff that we're going to be going to this. This is Bill Gates wants to bring you beyond health. We got these Wall-E characters that are going to be what humans are, all sucking through our slurry of beyond soy, fake supplements. That's the future that these guys want to bring to you, and it's not something I want to participate in. I would much rather have health, and if you don't have health, you're gonna be. I don't care what the technology brings. All right, tomorrow, like I said, the environmental part, I'll pick that apart. I've got just a lot of data that he's just completely wrong on. We'll get into that. But for now, you guys enjoy your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Check out meatrx.com. Got lots of meetings going on, which I'll be going to here shortly. Okay, take care.